3 days ago, a veteran ranger by the name of Aventine went out to investigate reports of an attack on a nearby village. He has not returned. Determined to find the missing ranger, Vigo has gathered what companions he could and set off for the village. As soon as they came within sight of the nameless village, they knew that something wasn't right. There was no sound of man or animal, no movement except the gentle swaying of the trees in the breeze. They had just reached the center of the village and were about to split up to search when a horrible moaning sound came from all around. There are clue markers placed throughout the area. Whenever a hero moves within contact of the clue marker, I can roll a die to see what it is from the clue marker table. 2 of the clues are locked inside houses, and I must spend 1 action by a door to perform a pick lock roll to enter. Before we begin, the rules say that I can choose 1 figure to perform a perception roll with a target number of 8 to move 1 clue marker 6 inches closer to that figure. Saphira, the young dragon, has a perception bonus of 4+, so she will make the roll. And she easily gets it with a total of 23. Vigo decides to move to the closest door only to find that it is locked. Vigo is going to pick the lock with a target number of 8. Vigo also can use his focus ability to add a +8 to any skill roll. And Vigo successfully opens the house to reveal the clue. I get to activate 2 companions in the ranger phase, and I will start with Bowen. Bowen notices the rat within the range of Vigo and spends both actions to set up defense beside his leader. It is best to shoot first to avoid any penalties, so Evangeline spots a giant rat close by and takes aim. She just barely misses her target, and then chooses to move closer to the group while covering their back. I like to activate the closest enemies first and then work my way out. The giant rat moves in and attacks Vigo. Vigo gets a bonus for having his companion by him, which makes this attack a tie. Note that I mistakenly treated a tie in this playthrough as if the attacks cancel each other out, but just remember that in the official rules, you're actually supposed to deal damage to both models. The second rat will use both actions to move in closer. The remaining enemies are all zombies, and they will use all of their actions to move in closer to the heroes. Fern will lead the charge in the companion phase. She will first cast Magic Bolt to a zombie. This is a magic spell that is treated like a shooting attack at a +5, and she eliminates the zombie. Fern will spend 1 action to move into better position. Here is where I made another mistake. Per the official rules, Saphira is locked into combat by the adjacent rat, but here I moved her away towards another clue. Victor moves into position to assist with the rat for the next round. Newt moves in to inspect another clue marker, and it looks like she found some herbs. When you find herbs, you can refer to the herbs table and roll again. And it looks like these herbs are going to be used for a potion of toughness. At the end of the round, we will move into the event phase, in which we will draw a card. And it looks like we drew a 2, so that means 2 new zombies will enter the area. With the help of 2 companions, Vigo will strike the rat down. With a local threat removed, Vigo enters the home to study the clue. Vigo discovers tracks, and with another dice roll, he successfully determines their nature. There are other sinister creatures in the woods other than rats and zombies. Fern attempts to magic bolt the remaining rat that Evangeline tried to take out from before, only to also miss. She notices the zombie closing in and moves in closer to her party. Evangeline studied how the rat moved while being shot at by Fern and takes aim. The rat is finally killed after the third range attack. With Fern, Evangeline moves closer to her group. A zombie stumbles around the house and swipes at Victor, only for Victor to successfully block the attack. Another zombie stumbles around a tree and spots Saphira. The remaining zombies close in on the heroes. Saphira flies away from the zombie and finds the next clue. She finds a mutilated body. With another dice roll, she successfully determines that the victim had several bite marks. Bowen moves in to assist Victor deal with the zombie. Even with the assist, the zombie was able to stave off most of the attacks, knocking only 1 hit point off. Newt will also move in to assist. With her attack plus 2 companions, they were finally able to eliminate the zombie. Watching out for Newt, Victor chooses to move in a defensive position beside of her. That ends all of the activations for round 2, as we draw another event card. And it will be a 3, so 2 more zombies will enter the area. Vigo spends both actions to move in and set up his companions for attack against another zombie. Evangeline takes a shot at the closest zombie, only to once again miss. Discouraged, she moves around to also set up an attack with Vigo. Now that 2 other heroes are set up to assist, Bowen moves in for the kill. And the setup pays off. All of the zombies move in, but waste every action before they are able to attack. Saphira is able to fly all the way down to the next clue marker. There, she finds a survivor. She is badly wounded, but she is still living. The survivor has his own stats and will be treated like any other companion in the party. Fern finds safety in the center of the party, and then casts an armor spell on Bowen for an extra +2 in armor defense. Victor moves around the party to assist Vigo with the adjacent zombie. Together, they triumph over another foe. Newt also decides to swing around the party and find a defensive position. Now that I'm able to activate the survivor, fortunately there are no enemies close by, and the survivor can simply use both actions to safely leave the area. At the end of the round, I draw a 9 event card, which is Disease. Disease only affects any hero whose health has been reduced down to 0. I've been fortunate with my party, so this event will not take effect. Vigo decides to break away from the pack and face the next zombie solo. He miscalculates as the zombie outpowers him, but fortunately is saved by his armor. Victor moves in to assist, but is also overpowered by the zombie, knocking the companion down to 3 hit points left. Newt moves in with the group to provide assistance for future attacks. The zombie focuses its attack on Vigo, and with the help of the hero's companions, the zombie is finally eliminated. Another zombie moves in on Newt, but she is saved by her armor. The remaining zombies close in on the heroes. Saphira sneaks behind the zombie on her way to the next clue marker. Bowen moves into action and eliminates the zombie in combat with Newt. Fern finds a safe position away from any threat and casts an armor spell onto Victor. Evangeline puts some distance in between her and the zombie for a clean shot, but within the rush, she misses. At the end of the round, a 4 event card is pulled. This causes a zombie to be placed by a clue marker. Bowen moves in. With the help of his companions, another zombie is defeated. Fern casts Magic Bolt to eliminate another zombie. And then moves towards the next clue. Vigo uses both actions to move as close as possible to the house. The zombie's primary objective is to head towards any clue, in which it is already at one. Since the house is blocking line of sight of any hero, it will remain in place. Victor, Newt, and Evangeline will move into position around the house, as Saphira will remain in place. At the end of the round, a 5 event card is pulled. This is one giant rat. The rules say that I should place the giant rat in contact of a building, but also as close as possible to a hero. It looks like that we will need to fight through the giant rat to get to the next objective. Newt will move in to assist with the rat, but even with help, the attack fails and she loses 3 health points. Victor moves in to see if he has better luck than Newt, and the attack also fails. Vigo was not trying to waste an action on the attack in order to open the door, but it looks like it is up to him. And Vigo also gets a tie, but he will use his special ability, Hand of Fate, to re-roll his die. And that is a better roll, allowing Vigo to eliminate the giant rat. Vigo spends his other action to move towards the door so that he can pick the lock on the next round. Once again, the zombie will stay in place, guarding the clue marker. Bowen and Evangeline move into strategic positions, hiding behind the building. Fern moves in as support for Evangeline and casts an armor spell on her. At the end of this round, a 6 event card is pulled. 2 rats are spawned behind buildings, out of line of sight of the heroes. With Vigo's focus ability, he easily picks the lock. And then chooses to move away to help intersect any new threats. Now with the door open, Newt moves in to find the next clue marker. She finds treasure, in which she must carry this for the rest of the scenario. Once the scenario is over, we will roll to see what she has found. Evangeline steps out from cover and takes a shot at the zombie. She lands a hit, but the zombie's armor absorbs a lot of the damage. Now that Evangeline is in sight, the zombie uses both actions to move towards her. The 2 rats move out from cover and head towards the clue markers. Fern sees the zombie racing towards the party and attempts to hit it with a magic bolt, only to miss. Frustrated, she moves in on the zombie, hoping to be of some use, but unfortunately the second attack is also blocked. Victor steps in to assist Bowen with the other rat, and together they slay it. Saphira is able to fly over the house to check out the clue marker abandoned by the zombie. With a roll of the die, she discovers the body of Aventine. With another roll of the die, she finds Aventine's magical sword, but Saphira cannot carry it because she is an animal. Bowen hears Saphira's call and moves in to pick up Aventine's sword. At the end of the round, a 7 card is pulled. One of the houses will collapse. The rules book says to randomly determine which house it would be, so I will roll a d6. And it looks like it's going to be the 4th house on the map, which luckily none of my heroes are in that one. In the last round, I can either try to move all of my heroes off the map or deal with any leftover enemies. There are only 2 enemies left, so I will try to take them out. Vigo attacks the adjacent zombie and successfully eliminates it. Vigo uses his next action to move beside the rat. Fern is determined to slay another monster, so she moves in, and with the help of Vigo, the last enemy is eliminated. With all the threats eliminated, the scenario ends. Among the chaos of zombies and giant rats, the heroes are able to find one survivor in the body of Avatine, the veteran ranger. Well, that ends scenario 1. I have a new cheat sheet now, so hopefully that'll help me keep the rules straight for the next battle report. I don't think that the rules mistakes changed the outcome a huge bit. I really already had a lot of luck with dice rolls when attacking, so I'm thinking a lot of the monsters would have been eliminated anyway. As far as figuring out the post-game stats and treasures, I will do that in another video with the introduction to my next map design for the next scenario. If you are interested in the map that I used in this scenario, using 15mm miniatures, you can download the free PDF files from my Patreon. I will put a link in the description. Please consider giving this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. You can also find Square Table Union on other social media such as Patreon, Discord, Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky. Be excellent to each other, and I will see you guys on our next adventure.